Welcome back everyone to Web Development 101 with Radnify. In part 1, we learned what a website is, the core building blocks. Today we'll take our first few steps. Using our tools, learning HTML basics, and even adding some styles with CSS to build our first mini website. Now before you build, you will need the right tools. Before you start any project, you need to have the right tools. If you are using Android, 12 Edit is beginner friendly, simple for coding apps. Then we have Ecode, which is more advanced with preview mode. If you are on Windows, you can use VX Code, which is powerful and free. Notepad++ is lightweight and fast. Imagine trying to cook with no pots or spoons. Coding without tools feels the same. These editors are your pots and pans for web development. The download link will be dropped below. Let's learn a few important tags in HTML. First tag is the HTML tag. This defines the start of an HTML page, like the foundation of your house. The other tag, the head, contains info about the site, that is the title, metadata to the CSS JS files. The title, the page name shows on your browser tab. The body, this is the visible content of the page, like the rooms people can enter. These are the shows that okay, this is where and where. H1 to H6, this is for the headings. This is from the biggest, that's H1, to the smallest, that's H6, like titles and subtitles in a book. E, paragraph for text, like a normal sentence in your essay. Once you want to start any word, you want to start any paragraph, you want to start any line, you put P just to know that it's not like normal sentence. A, anchor tag for links, like giving someone a map direction. IMG, if you want to add an image to your HTML code, use the IMG tag, like hanging a picture frame on your wall. We are using explanations from building house. So next tag, UL, unordered list, that is for bullet points, like writing a grocery list. BR, line break, just like pressing an enter to start a new line. Just if you are typing or you are using your phone, you press enter, it goes to the next line. That's what a BR tag does in HTML code. HR, horizontal rule line across the page, like drawing a dividing line in your notebook. Div, that is div, a container to group content. So if you want to differentiate or divide groups, you use the div tag. So now, okay, this is group 1, this is group 2, this is where this one falls under. So that's what the div tag is, container to group content. Span, used for styling a small part of text, like highlighting one word with a marker. Now let's go to basic CSS properties. We all know CSS is like the paint of your house. We have HTML, which is the body of the house. The CSS adds beauty, adds styling, adds color to your house. CSS adds color to your website. First tag is color. Changes text color. Example red. If you want your site or something to be red, you put red. If you want it blue, you put blue. If you want it green, you put green. We have background -color. This sets background color. We have font size. This adjusts the size of the text, like choosing small or large handwriting. in your notebooks. Text align. Align text left, right, center, justify. If you use left on a text align property on CSS, it means you want the text to be on the left. If you use right, you want the text to be on the right. If you use center, you want that particular text to be on the center. It's like deciding where to place a picture on your wall. Just like you move to a new house and you have a lot of pictures, you be like, should I put it on the left? Should I put it on the right? Should I put it up? That is what a text align property in CSS does. Then we have margin. Margin, space outside an element. It creates distance between others. So take for instance, in your sitting room you have the furnitures. What the margin does in CSS is it separates them. It gives them gaps so that they will not be too close. So let us take for instance, you put furniture A here, then you put furniture B on the other place. Now they are too close, but you don't like how they are. That is the work of the margin property in CSS. It gives them distance. It creates distance between both of them so that it will look appeasing in the eyes. The other CSS property we have is padding. Space inside an element. This space inside an element between content and border, like putting a cushion inside the chair to make it more comfortable. Now the first one, margin, is for two separate elements, but padding is for the same element but to make it more comfortable. Let's say for instance you have a word called welcome. Now the welcome can be two joined together that is not visible in the eyes. So what padding does is that welcome, now we have space between the W, the E, L, C, O, M, E, so it will be more visible in the eyes. Then the last basic CSS property we should know is width/height. This controls the size of an element, whether you want it to be tall, you want it to be long, you want it to be shorter. That's the width. E.g., you can use 300px or the height 150px. It's like choosing how wide or tall your table should be. This determines the height, it determines the breadth. Just like the length and the breadth of every element is the width/height in CSS properties. Now let's build the first website.
So while on desktop we're using the Notepad++, we have created a file called it firstwebsite.html. If you are using an Android OS, you would go to your Play Store, you download the app called Edit, you open it, you create a new file, then you can name it anything you want. So you can name it index.html. Okay, since it already exists, html, then you save. So you proceed with the instructions and the guidelines to code your website using your Edit. If you are using Notepad, you follow the way I did it on desktop. If they are using Edit, you simply follow the coding. Once you are done, to view what you do, you just press this play button. You'll be able to see your current achievement for your first new website.
So let's do the first website type. Everything capital letter dot type. We'll use the HTML tag. Create head, want to be visible today. So create head, create title. Let's say first website. close it, close it. Then we want to add styling, but we'll not add it now. Let's first finish building the website. Let's first finish building our house before we start styling it. So let's close the head tag. Let's close the head. Let's now create the body. Let's create the body of our house. So I want to give it let's give it a title or something like that. For title, I think H1 should be better based on it to be bolder, make it clearer. So let's greet the world first. Hello world. How you doing? Then we close that. Let's create a paragraph. I'm going to be using all the tags. Let's create a paragraph. Let's assume the word is replying. I'm doing fine. Always remember to close it. Then we close the body too. And now we close the code. So now, let's see. So I already saved it here. Let's open it and see how it's without. This is the code we just wrote now without any styling. See how it looks, just plain black and white. Nothing attractive, just plain. So now let us start painting the house. Start from the body. So we want our background. We use the CSS property background. And color. Let's see white. Background white. Let's choose a font family. The most popular font family is Arial, Sans Serif. We end the tag with a semicolon. Now we close the bracket. Since we have designed the body, let us save and see how it's going. Refresh. So since we choose background white, it's still white. Let's continue. Now our hello world, we use an H1. So in the CSS we are designing H1. So what color should we give it? We use the color. Let's say dark blue. Then how we want the text. Let us say we want the text in the middle. So we use the tag text align. Center. Then we close it. Let's refresh. See, So now we have given the text color and we made the text now in the middle. Let's continue. We're still building the house. Now this tag I'm doing fine. Let us design that too. Open the bracket. We add color. Let's say yellow. Then we need to add the font size. Like if you want big, but let us go with 18. We can adjust that later. Then how do we want the text? Let us say we align it in the middle too. Text align. Size center. Let's save it. Let's refresh. So see, we actually made the text yellow and made it align in the center. So now let's say we want the, based on the fact that this is the I'm doing fine is quite small, go to the font size. Let us say let's go higher. Let's say 30. Save, refresh, it increases. Let's say we want the text now, instead of being in the middle, want it to be on the right. Save, refresh, on the right. If you want it to be on the left, same thing. Save and refresh. If you want to even change the color, you can say red. Changes. So it's using HTML and CSS. So today we learned tools for Android and Windows. We learned about the HTML basic tags and the CSS basic tags. We were able to complete a mini website. In the part 3, we'll go deeper into the real building blocks of web development, mastering HTML tags, exploring CSS for styling, and stepping into JavaScript to make websites come alive with interactivity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to support the journey. This is Radnify, building the future one skill